Kevin, coach, was with us, was talking about how you guys are young. You kind of get in your own ways. So, what do you think he's trying to get across to you guys?
Just when we go up 20 or go up 30, we'll be able to put a foot on the throats and be able to get good plays, good shots, and not try and turn into a selfish team. I think that's what we do when we start to get up. People start trying to get the run. The next thing you know, they're down 8. So coach is just trying to get us to, when we get up by that much, be able to put your foot on the throat, be able to go up by 50 and just have fun.
Is coach's favorite question in that situation why? Because he screams it all the time. Why did you do that?
Yeah, no, every time we take a stupid shot, when we're up by 20, he's always asking why we're taking that shot, why we're not getting a good shot, running the offense, playing good team ball because we're up by 20, why not make it 30? And next thing you know, they go down, hit a couple threes, and it's a close game.
How often does that happen, Kevin?
It's happened.
Stupid shots.
Yeah, it's happened a lot this year. I mean, there's a couple games we've been up 20 to 30, and dudes came back, and next thing you know, we're losing, or they're only down 4. So it's happened quite a few times. He's just trying to get our mentality to change.
Positives do you take out of this? Because you win by 20, 25, and he's still saying we're not a winning team.
I think we played solid in the first half. I think we gotta grow on that. Defensively, we did really well in the first half. Second half, we gave up too many threes. But I think we're starting to gel as a team. Dudes are starting to figure out how to play with Coach Cal. Nick had a solid game for us. We need him to have a really good effect in the post for us to have a good season. So, I mean, a lot of players are stepping up and taking their roles, and I think we're getting better every game.
Do you think there's a growing awareness that we're freshmen, maybe we're not as good as we think we are?
Yeah, like Coach was saying, I think we're something about one of the best defensive teams or something like that in the country. And to us, we don't even think we're doing that well on defense. So, I mean, it shows that we have a lot more in the tank that we're showing. So, I mean, as freshmen, a lot of people are expecting so much less of us, but we got to be able to step up and take each other's role and be able to play with each other.
Every game, it seems like you guys have a spurt. And you had a 13, 15 spurt tonight. What was going well when you guys do go on a run,
Usually when we go on runs, it's because of our defense. One time I think we had a block shot to a fast break. I think one I got a steal and I threw it in from out of bounds. I mean, every time we get stops on defense, block shots, steals, it just leads to great offense for us. We should be one of the best fast break teams in the country, but fast breaks don't start unless you get a stop on defense. So every time we get a stop on defense, I think that turns into something good for us because, we're one of the most athletic teams in the country. That's how we got to excel at.
Was there a play in the second half where Hami came down in transition, and it looked like he was starting to do a 360?
Yeah.
What was that about?
Yeah, I don't know. Cal got on to him about that. It wasn't at, we were up by 50, so we're only up maybe double digits, maybe like 15. So Cal's like, why would you do that if it's still a close game? So just go up and dunk the ball. Why are you trying to do 360? Because if you miss it, then that looks bad on you. So he's just trying to get our mentality to change.
Why didn't he go finish up the 360?
I think he slipped. Yeah, I think he slipped.
Oh.
I think that's what happened. I think he said he slipped, but he shouldn't have did it in the first place. Yeah, he should have just went up and dunked the ball, get back on defense, because if you missed it, then next thing you know, they go hit a 3, and everything just changes. The game changes. So we got to dunk the ball, or lay it in, do whatever. So just don't try to do 360.
Nick Richards seems like he's a very quiet guy. He's got a deep voice. He got a technical. Do you think the other guy knew what he said to him?
I knew. He knew what he said. Nick, he yelled that out loud. Nick don't really do that much, but it was good to see that side of him. I think we were fine with it personally, but Coach Cal, I think he was a little mad, but we were fine with it to see that temper he had when he dunked that ball. So that's something we need from him down low, especially as a big man. You gotta have a temper, get mean sometimes, because it's going to get physical down there. So it was good to see Nick get that dunk. I'm happy for him. That was a good dunk for him.
We've seen Nick have good games. We've seen Sasha have good games. Was today, you feel like the best they've played sort of at the same time? And saw them play a little bit together. Could that big lineup be dangerous for you guys?
Yeah, we can get those two to play together. That would be really good for us. Because Sasha, at that 4, he can knock down that mid-range shot. And so that would be good for us to have him in the game with Nick. Those are two bigs that can really rebound, defend. So, we got to work on those two, get in some time, because a lot this year we'll play some big teams that they'll have to play together. So it's good to see both of them playing really well. Nick starting to fill in and starting to do what he needs to do, rebounding and getting those hook shots, blocking shots, dunking, all that stuff. So he's starting to realize who he is. And then Sasha just hustling like Kyle wants him to do, energy, defensive rebound. So it's good to see both those guys playing really well.
They're both blocking shots. How much more confidence does that give you guys to maybe get out and defend guys on the perimeter if you get beat?
No, that's something that can help us out as a team, because you block shots, we get those fast break points. That's what we need, because that's what we're best at. So we get block shot steals and stuff like that. I mean, that leads to easy points. So it's good to get them in there blocking some shots for us.
How do you feel like you're playing right now?
I think I'm getting better. I struggled early in the season, but I'm starting to realize and starting to figure out my role in this team. And Cal's he's figuring out how I need to play. So I'm starting to figure out how Cal wants me to play, and I think that's good. A lot of it's starting in practice. I'm having some really good practices. So it's good that I'm starting to come around. And I think me and Jaime are starting to figure out that we need to be those leading scorers on the team. So I think I'm playing really well. I just got to keep it up.
Are you watching the other freshmen around the country? Maybe guys
Oh,
like
yeah,
friends
I
of
love-
yours,
yeah.
other top guys?
Yeah, I love
to see
watching
what
college
they're
basketball.
doing?
Yeah, I love watching college basketball.
Who
That's
have you
something.
watched that's impressed you?
I just watch games that's on TV. I don't really watch nobody in particular. I just see college basketball on TV. I watch it. So any team, any game that's on, I was watching before I came out here, the Kansas and Syracuse game. So I just love watching college basketball. I love watching other teams, and that's just something I do.
Cal said that he feels like he's asking you guys to do the impossible, but what do you guys think that says about your team that he's willing to do that?
I think Cal wants us. He knows that we have a lot more that we can do. I think some players are kind of fighting back with him. I mean, he's asking people to do certain things and they're not kind of doing it. I think that's kind of what he means. But to be honest, it's not that hard. That's why he thinks he's asked him to do the impossible. It's not that hard, to be honest. But I think if we just come together as a team and just play and do our roles, I think that's something that we have a trouble with, is figuring out our roles and people being able to do their roles. So, if we can just do our roles and figure out what we need to do as a team, I think Cal will be happy finally.
I know you've said before you're not much of a talker out on the court, but now that you've said that you've got to be a leading scorer, a leader on this team, are you comfortable doing that if you have to be maybe a little more?
Oh yeah. Cal. We had a meeting. Cal asked me if I'm comfortable doing that. I'm not putting too much pressure on me, but I think I'm doing pretty fine. I'm talking to the guys out there on the court on defense, offense, running plays, telling Nick where to go, telling Quade if I'm open or something, telling Jaime to shoot the ball when he's open. So I think I'm starting to talk more, get familiar with the team and familiar with how they play. So I think that's good for me.
Kevin, I saw your dad, and he said, you did okay.
Yeah, it's hard to satisfy him. My little brother, he just played too, so they came up here. I think he played last night, so they got here this morning. So I don't know. I haven't talked to him yet, see what guys report yet, but we'll see.
You look like you're much more comfortable on the court, yes?
Yes, sir. I think I'm getting real more comfortable. I think I'm starting to figure out what Cal wants me to do on the court. I think the game is just becoming more easier for me, and if I just keep playing like this and leading this team out, we'll be really good.
How come you guys are not resisting Cal when he's so demanding? Because a lot of people would resist. You guys aren't.
Yeah, that's just something we don't do. I don't know. Cal asks for a lot, and we know we can do it, but a lot of times just mentally we don't do it, and just stuff that goes on through our head. That's what he's kind of getting on to us about, just not doing what he's asking. And if we can just do what he asks, we'll be really good.
Can I try a word?
Yeah.
Trust? You trust him?
Yeah, I trust Cal. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I came here, is because I trust the coaches. I trust everyone here. And I think we all trust him. It's just we just got to have the mentality to do what he wants.
How much easier does life get? He said, I know these guys are trying to please me, but like you said, they're just not doing it sometimes.
Yeah.
Not on purpose or anything, but how much easier would life be for you once you get that to click?
If we can do what Cal wants us to do, I think we go on a winning streak. That would be crazy, because everything he wants us to do is just helping us out as a team. So if he's telling each person what he wants to do, if that person does what he wants, we'll do really well. But like Cal says, we don't do it. It's hard, but we got to have the mentality that we know we can do it.
Is there something in particular at the end of games that you can pinpoint and say, if we did this, then we keep that lead? We keep the foot on the gas. Is there one or two things maybe?
Yeah, just playing team ball. Doing what we got to get that lead, getting stops on defense, sharing the ball on offense, getting fast break points, rebounding. But like I said, when we get up 20-30, we start to be selfish. Dudes want to get their own shots and stuff like that. But we just stick to what we're doing and playing team ball. I think we go by 50.
2-3 zone or man, which one would you prefer and why?
I think 2-3 zone will help us out a lot because of our length. We have a lot of dudes at 6'9", 6'10", with long wingspan. So I mean, but man would be really good for us too because we got length, get some steals. So, I mean, right now I think we're kind of struggling man guarding people, but we're getting better from the first couple games of the season. We couldn't guard anybody, but right now we're getting better. But zone, I mean, we're just so long. It pretty much stop anybody.
Another week of practice. You had a week already. Is it feeling different? Can you feel the results of a week of practice and knowing another one's coming before another game?
Yeah, I think these practices are helping us as a team. That's something in that stretch we had in the beginning. We had really not that many practices. We kind of struggled a little bit in those games, but now we're starting to get practices. Cal's getting down our butts, yelling at us, screaming. So we're starting to figure out what he wants from us, and practice is where it starts.
You said you like to watch college basketball. How weird is it when they start talking about Kentucky and then specifically you?
Not really. I mean, I just look at my phone. I don't like to listen to all the stuff talking about me, and I don't do all that social media stuff like that. So every time we come on, I just look at my phone. I don't really pay attention to it, but I just love watching other teams, love watching other players, and just watching my friends play because it just makes me happy.
Who are your friends? Who are some of your friends that you watch?
I got a lot of friends at Duke, North Carolina. I got some friends on FSU, Miami, Florida. I mean, I know pretty much a lot of people from each team. I got to play high school basketball with them and played in Jordan Brand, McDonald's. So it's good just to see and watch how they're doing and just watching them.
What were your thoughts when the fire alarm went off?
I was like, what was going on? I thought maybe a fire was going on, but I didn't see nobody running, so I just stayed on the court. If I saw people run, then I would have ran too.
Do you think you could have jumped over some people? Like you were, you're last at the exits on the floor there.
I would have ran straight to the exit, straight outside. And I didn't even go to the locker room. I just run outside. You don't know where the fire is at, so you got to be safe. Just run outside.
Would you be safe with all the fans around you if they had all came out?
If they ran on the court, then we'd have been shot because then the court would have been crazy, crowd in the court. So I just ran for the exit. Don't even go to the locker room. Just run outside, see what's going on, and just be able to